Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power's Daily Report. Today we have the pleasure of continuing our conversation with Dr. Kerry Salkowitz. He's the principal of the Boswell Group. Can you name, not name by name, but can you give me an example of a leader that you have helped polish the edges a little bit?
Let's say you have a leader of a large organization with many thousands of employees who loves to focus on the financial details and comes from that background, from the financial world. And when that leader takes over an organization and there are financial problems to solve, he's in his element. But what's missing, or what in this case was missing, was this leader's reaching out and connecting on an emotional level with the masses being all of his employees. Interestingly, he did a good job of connecting with the many thousands of people on the ground. But with the most senior team, he overlooked them. And in part that was because he saw them as peers. In fact, he had been a peer of theirs until he got promoted to CEO one day. He underestimated their need to be led. In fact, he was reluctant to step into a leadership role. He even saw it as a kind of narcissistic act to become more leaderly vis-a-vis his senior team. And in talking to him about that, we were able to understand his reluctance to move into that broader leadership role, and he was able to get a lot better and connected more with the team.
What about his need to be at a peer level with the people that want him to lead?
Well, that's a challenge oftentimes for a CEO who is promoted from within. And then his peers are now his direct reports. And it's not just the CEO's problem, the new CEO's problem, it's the former peers' problem as well. They have to deal with their envy, among other feelings. And he, the CEO who has moved up that step, has to be sensitive to that, to the fact that they may have some old competitive feelings, some resentments, some envy, as well as some well wishes. They now have a stake in his doing well. But it's a sensitivity to the dynamics of the role shift that can make or break that kind of transition.
Now, isn't this a natural tendency for a group to wanting to appoint a leader, but as soon as they have appointed a leader and a leader has been elected, then they also want to kill the leader off?
There is that natural human tendency, absolutely. It's what sometimes we might think of as the darker side of human nature, but if we don't pay attention to the existence of the darker side and delude ourselves into thinking that it's all the light side, we do that at our own peril. There's a spectrum of emotions in humans. They want to succeed, but they also feel guilty about succeeding. They want you to do well, but they also are a little bit competitive with you. They want to be led, but they also want to be leaders. So the duality of human experience plays itself out in the workplace all the time. Good CEOs need to do all the time, and that is to tolerate or even thrive in situations of uncertainty and ambiguity. If they can't tolerate that, they shouldn't be CEO.
Thank you, Kerry, for those wonderful insights on leadership. And as you know, as all you sales leaders out there, it's a big challenge, and the more self-awareness we can have and the more insight we can have, like the insights from Dr. Kerry Salkowitz, it makes the job a little easier.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks.